Hey, good morning, and how are you guys doing today? I hope amazing. So we're back. We're going to be writing on the novel some more. I wanted to let you guys know today is going to be basically where we impact with the decisions we have to make about the AI and how it works. I know that this is a revision too, and so you guys would think, hey, at this point, what are you going to do that's going to impact the story in some kind of drastic way and stuff? Well, I'm going to let you know when we made a decision to have the AI be a conscious thing upon revision and stuff, right? Um, that basically is going to change a whole bunch of interactions because then in every interaction we have post that point, we actually have another interactant or another character or you know what I mean? We have to deal with that. And so once we initiate gearing up that AI the proper way, how we said the AI has a persona, so that's very vague, right? So now, as we're getting into that chapter, I think we might be at five. Yeah, we're at chapter five. As we're getting into the chapter five, he's already in chapter four been exposed to the AI and told this crap and stuff like that. I mean, went in cursorily, you know what I mean? But from here on out, we're going to hit a point in our revisions where we have to gear up this AI all the way. And I can't remember what chapter we have it where finally I'm supposed to have a whole delve into the AI thing, but I thought we did it earlier than that. Did I put it all the way down here? Well, it seems like there's probably going to be one that I have to throw in here, a whole new chapter earlier that's right after he gets done with the doctor, or maybe it's even broken into the part where he's at the doctor's office getting the implant. So you see, this is the ride home after getting the implant. All honesty, we'll be beefing that up with some thoughts about stuff. Here's at the dock and stuff. So here we're getting aboard the ship. Um, Basically, as soon as we poof up the AI stuff, though, it's gonna reverberate through this entire thing a lot. And so, as we proceed forward, on top of that, guys, for reals, we are likely to. Oh, I thought I had charged this phone, and I realize I have not charged anything. Interesting. Okay, well, I don't have chat up yet. I'm gonna get chat up. I apologize. You know, you would think that be on the ball on this. The phone I normally use for chat is not working because my charger did not work. That's okay. We'll just move forward. We got this, guys. So, beyond anything, I hope you guys are having a great day. That's something I will have to say. Um, let's rock this thing out. I'm going to go over what we already have done. In revision one, we did the make it more, add chapters, major character changes, and we added some characters, right? Because we decided, hey, we didn't really develop that properly. Hey, instead of just having the ship captain be the ship captain, let's actually make him somebody, you know, and stuff like that. Minor things that would be beneficial, but those things expand the story drastically, right? Now we're on revision two, in which we're already to chapter four, right? In which I'm going to read through the end of this and make sure we finish this out proper. Then we'll get into chapter five, which is going to be that he's already made contact with the AI, but this is the night before, you know, going and getting the stuff done um, to get it put and installed in him. Honestly, really shocked that we don't have a blank chapter in here where he delves into the AI. I'm going to go back to our plan because this is feeling like there should be right here. I have it all the frickin' way. I have it all the way over here. This is probably moving. I feel the delve into the AI chapter that we haven't written all the way at all, actually, is likely gonna have to be pulled forward. I'm gonna have to read this chapter 11 and see if it's like some logical lead into that, or if this chapter 12 is best suited transplanted up here into chapter 6 slot. Oh, chapter 7 slot. I apologize, guys. Ah, chapter 6 or chapter 7. Well, one of their slots. That you guys get where I'm going with that. The other thing that we're going to focus on is the nanites and stuff. That's its own thing. Atmospherics, honestly, the atmospherics can be developed better in every freaking single chapter. I probably should put that on some kind of later revision type thing too. But so I hit atmospherics twice, and I might put that on 5 actually. So we double tap atmospherics. You know what I mean? Scene setting. Let's put scene setting in atmospherics. Let's call it that. You guys agree? Anybody agree? I'd ask you to raise your hand or say something to make it so, but let's just be honest, that won't work. You guys could type though. I was trying to find a pencil, found it. I'm gonna add. Uh, I'm gonna have to go grab a tissue. Okay, grabbing a tissue. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. It's high pollen where I live today, by the way, and so my nose is basically killing me. I'm just gonna be honest. I have allergies. I did take an allergy pill, by the way, and we did define the bliss is in capsule form. I have that written down. I don't know when we did that, but I have it written pretty good. So, what can I say? Okay, so you know what? That actually works out. So since we know that, let's fix some stuff and add some details in, right? Okay, Sam checks this AI, right? So let's go like this. Let's go back to here where we're coming out of the cyberlink. Let me make sure I have sound because I hate it when that happens. Coming out of the cyberlink took longer than normal, but I was finally out and with all the information that was needed. As my eyes focused, I could see the visible concern on everyone's face. Hey, you okay? With that I'm gonna go like this. R. Didn't we add the Trentari system into this codex? Okay. I'm gonna add it. I thought did I call it Tritari system or Trentari? I'm gonna switch it to Trentari. Honestly, anyway. For some reason I like that better. I'm gonna new entry this baby. That's gonna be a location. I don't like they put it right over there, but whatever. Trentari? Did I put it like that? Man, I really wish this thing was moved over. Can I move it over? No, don't do that, guys. Ooh. Hold on. Where is it? Let's copy paste this crap like that, right? Dun, 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 dun. I don't know where I listened to that song lately, but the dun, 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 dun song has been like super stuck in my head, just so you guys know. So, just that part too, nothing else. Just, and we know that we might call it just Trentari, right? So let's also put that in. Um, I think it's past. Hey, Alec, how you doing today? I think it's past the human border. Just for the record of it, I'm gonna find the other reference to where we get to it, and I'm gonna find exactly the information we need on this, right? So, and then we are gonna knock out hitting up this section. So let's hit up this section first, right? And make it the way we wanted. And then we know that as we start messing with this AI crap, we need to then decide the persona of the AI and all the other stuff, how active, how smart it is. Because see how these guys mentioned here that the scientists, oh, you know what? Let's go over this. Let me find where we need to read from so you guys have more of an idea of what we're dealing with that are just tuning in. I feel we actually. Oh well, that's chapter five that we're so we're definitely moving the stuff I said we're moving to chapter six. The delve into the AI chapter is happening in chapter six. Even though that might be a weird place because that's going to make it where he's more aware of the dangers ahead before he still gets his friends to go. That's right. Just trying to see where this is. Oh, I apologize for that, guys. I'm trying to break it. Initial mental link with the device. Memory files jumbled. So he's finding Eric's memories. I thought at one point we mentioned. Yeah, I feel that we missed something in here. Okay. I watched as more and more data flowed by with no control over it. I was unable to grasp what it was. I explored further into the system, trying to find the memory files of the days around the events where Eric dealt with the ship's crew and scuttled the ship. So he didn't really scuttle the ship, but at this point, I guess this guy's perception is that he did, right? Pushing forward further into the constructed reality, I began to see a pattern to the way the data appeared to be stored and was able to find the right data file. Eric put on a spacesuit. Um, I almost, no, let's just have it be in a spacesuit. Then established a connection to the main systems aboard the prison hulk. From there, he forced himself into the security and life support systems, overriding the safeties that were in place. And, and section by section, he shut them down, killing most of the crew. Eric then had the ship's security robots hunt down the remaining survivors. After that, he restored power to the bridge and control systems. Yeah. Eric had flown. Oh. Do you know what? I kind of want to make a name for this prison Hulk. Because I'm not sure I don't want to use this prison Hulk in a later story. I mean, like in part two. It's a really good ship, and in all reality, if the trolls were cleared from it and stuff like that, honestly, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give the prison Hulk a name. Because honestly, we're going to consider the Prison Hulk a asset for a later story than part two, or maybe even part three. But let's just be honest. We're going to get it in here. I want to make sure I don't have it under Prison Hulk. By the way, we're not going to probably call the cargo ship Phantom Steed. We'll call or Shade. We'll call it something else at first. We'll probably rename it in a later book. I don't know exactly what, but I don't want to start off with the cargo ship that they're traveling on being named the Phantom Shade because that doesn't sound cargo shippy or corporate or anything at all like that. Now, later on, if we use it as a modified ship in a war capacity or a smuggling ship, we may change the name. But the that ship we're probably changing the name of too, just to be honest. Okay, others, objects. Pretty sure ships should be an object for some reason. Do you guys feel ships are an object? Rick, I'm really having a hard time with it, like a legendary object. Can I move something into another category? Okay, just checking. Let's check if we can change categories. Oh, not that. That's not how. Okay, you know, no biggie. Here's what we do. We don't change the category of that one. Oh, I guess we can. We can just change. That's where we change the category. I'm gonna actually make the Phantom Shade. Man, I almost want to make it a location though. Guys, let's throw ships into objects right now. Although, honestly, under the right conditions, if we were writing, we could literally consider the ship's almost like a character. You know what I'm saying? If it becomes a situation where the ships become more character-like in some capacity, we'll move all the ships into the character category. Okay, you guys? I'm really freaking tempted to do that now. Okay, I'm doing that now. All the ships are actually going to be a character. There's a high likelihood, you know what I mean? They live, they die, they blah blah blah. Let's do it that way. I'm really confused on why my phone's not charging here, guys. Oh, it is. Never mind. Pissed off that phone somehow. Guys, you guys agree, right? That looks good? Okay. So we know he goes around, he kills everybody off. And this is flu, not Eric flew the prison Hulk to an abandoned deep space mining station. Okay, we're gonna make this mining station a location now, just so you guys know. And we're gonna expand the details of it, and that's also gonna reverberate through. Um, hey, Beta Boy, how you doing today? Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna just grab this baby like this. We're gonna go new entry. This is gonna be a location entry. Boom. I believe the reason I want to do this, you guys, and just to be honest, is because this deep space mining station, um, and that whole prison Hulk, those are super handy assets if you think about it, right? Like they're not just kind of handy assets. They're like, hey, those will be very super useful at a later date. And so because we can all picture that that prison Hulk would be great. Because we know in book two we're going to be mostly focusing on his adventures with basically the space Vikings and stuff, right? So our guy already freaking knows about the abandoned place. He knows about the trolls that are there. I'm thinking maybe trolls are a worthy prey of some kind to prove something at some point. On top of that, there's a giant prison Hulk vessel there, right? And so, like, I don't know. I feel that that would be of some kind of value to our space Vikings. You guys get me? It's okay. I think you do. I'm gonna have to decide what they mine there too. It's gonna be something good, right? So he doesn't get there for a long time, so it doesn't matter. But I'm gonna let you know that when he finally does get there, um, we'll have to we'll just click that button and we'll go back and we'll read this section. Okay? Because they're like, oh, you spent 19 minutes, we haven't done anything hardly. I know. He then um, he then made his way, escorted by security bots, to one of the station's docking bays. You know what? Do we want to drop in? He then his way made his way. Ask. Okay, watch. Oh, Okay, boom. So let's see how this works out. So now it makes more sense that because we do kill a lot of people with trolls. Um, if you guys were here when we actually get to this part in the book, excuse me, um, we party kill almost. I don't really party kill. I probably could have been a little more brutal with it. But let's just be honest. I kill some people on that ship. I mean, on the mining thing. So at this point, we kind of are making sure Sam knows some stuff ahead of time. And at this point, it really is going to be partially his fault. Because we're going to learn more stuff during the AI in. Just going to be honest. So at this point, he's fully aware that there's dangerous stuff on that ship. I'm going to have him probably come out and say something about that. Coming out of the Cyberlink to what do they want me to change this? Like, no, they don't know what they're talking about. How do I add a Cyberlink to an entry? A Cyberlink. Objects, items. Okay. Think that that's a good explanation? Anybody think that that's a good explanation? Okay, both direct or near-field cyberlinks allow for direct connections between two or more interfaces or systems. Okay, don't want people to be confused about what the cyberlink does. Okay, now let's add this other one because I'm not sure if they know what the cyber deck is either. Okay, so for right now, we're going to leave it at that. Okay, so hold on 1 second. Okay, boom. So Sam can obviously boost his near field link connections and stuff like that. Honestly, I'm gonna probably get rid of Sam's deck eventually. Just to be honest. Uh, and we're gonna probably absorb it into him. Crap. Now that I'm thinking it, we're gonna have to figure out something about this deck situation. Honestly, pay attention in the story where he loses it, because I'm gonna tell you technically by the end of the story, for sure we don't have him having his cyber deck on him anymore. Remember? Because he, so the cyber deck situation is its own thing, and it doesn't even matter after actually a little bit. So the cyber deck functionally won't matter soon, guys. We're gonna write the cyber deck out by basically transferring its capabilities onto the nano system and the AI and stuff like that. Okay, that's the plan. Some crap like that. We've got to figure that out. I'll figure it out real quick. Now I see what we got going on. Have a freaking bus crash coming at each other in the future somewhere. You guys know that, right? You guys feel me on that? Okay, coming out of the Cyberlink took too. Oh, we already did that. As my eyes focused, I could see the visible concern on everyone's face. Hey, are you okay? You were in there a lot longer than I expected, said Akio. I looked at the deck's time log. It had been 6 hours, and my withdrawals. Oh. Oh, you know what? Okay, got that fixed maybe. Let me fix this crap where we just did some random stuff there. Okay. Hey, are you okay? You were in there a lot longer than I expected, Akio said. I could feel withdrawals kicking in, so I looked at the deck's time log. It had been 6 hours. Get that out of the way. Okay, boom, boom. So, honestly, we can anytime we felt like at this point, because we've established he spent 6 hours in here and was flooded with information multiple times. If we want to ever like have him relapse some memory because of it or some crap like that, that would be an option. Um, I'm not necessarily planning on doing that immediately, but I think I do. So let's just say, let's find out. I don't even remember what I wrote at this point. I was not sure where the time had gone, but I knew I needed more time to explore that AI. How are we gonna put this? It'd been 6 hours. I was not sure where the time had gone, but I knew I wanted more. Wait, you know what? I'm gonna try to rewrite this sentence, even though we're not rewriting sentences yet. I was not sure where the time had gone. And so this is gonna pan out differently later on, just so you guys know. Um, I don't know if I should tell you guys, but later on, eventually, you notice how he never looked into how Eric dies? Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure Eric died a horrible, horrible death. I haven't decided exactly how I'm gonna have him die. I'm gonna just be honest to you guys. And so I gotta figure that part out. I also gotta figure out why my charger's not working to charge stuff, but that's its own separate battle, so we won't fight that one live on TV. Although it seems like I am fighting it live on TV right here, or on that thingy majiggy. Okay, well I give up. My phone has defeated me for the day. Let's focus on what we're doing. Okay, I wanted a direct connection. Okay, I just want to make sure this makes sense. I think we did a good job on this, and that we can fix this other stuff later in the wording section. I wanted a direct connection, was almost sure if I gave them just the right amount of information, I could get it. I looked at Accio, saying I was able to get most of the information you wanted. Some of the information would be easier to get if I had a direct connection. I was able to find the records of what happened to the crew and have seen the system where he parked the prison hook. But without a direct link, it could take weeks to find the. Oh, that's true. But let's leave it like that. Uh, let's do that too. Let's actually establish that right now, right? Dun, 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 dun. Did we just copy paste it? Oh no. I hope you guys are just rocking today. Oh no. No, what did we call the ship? Okay, did we say ships are items or people? Ships are people. There's Prison Hulk. Got name holder guy. Do you guys see a Prison Hulk somewhere? How do we not have this as a freaking thing? Okay, we have the Trentari. Okay, so Ixoria is the actual where it is. We didn't make a name for the Prison Hulk yet, guys. Holy crap. Okay. I'm looking at everybody's names right here, is what's going on. Okay. So, obviously, I don't understand how we don't have a thing on that. Kind of a little bit shocked. But we're going to deal with that right here. We're going to create the prison Hulk. Okay, so those are going to be actual stations. Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to have this character. Okay, the prison Hulk is going to be a character, just so you guys know. Um, Anybody thinking good today? I mean, well, prison Hulk. What do we call a prison Hulk? Okay. Okay, we're gonna call it Acris. We're gonna call it Prison Hulk. Boom. We know it has trolls on it. I'm just writing prison pod because. Okay, so boom. We've got that. We already know that that's what happened. So is there anything else that's even needs touched here? Nothing really, right? Hey, are you okay? 6 hours, blah blah. He lets him know. Okay, hey, let's read over it and make sure. You know what I'm saying? Then let's move on to the next part. Hey, are you okay? you were in there a lot longer than I expected. I could feel the withdrawals kicking in, so I looked at the deck's time log. It had been 6 hours since I went in. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I was not sure where time had gone, but something in the back of my mind was driving me. Okay, I was not sure where the time had gone, but something in the back of my mind was driving me to want more time. To want to explore that AI. Something was something. Okay, you know what? Okay, boom. So this is where he tells him some stuff. I was able to get most of the information you wanted, but some of the information would be easier to get if I had a direct connection. The prison Hulk is. Oh, I forgot to write down what did we actually call it. I apologize. Ocris. Oh, yeah, Ocris. Wait. Oc- oh, yeah, forgot the S. Okay. Or do we just want to? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go boom, boom, and then we're gonna put that there. Keep only two ideas in that one. Okay, I've seen the system. Do we want to say Eric? Blah blah. Where's the last time we said Eric in here? I have seen the system, and I'm gonna call it docked. Okay, so here I kind of feel we want to add something in anyway. I've seen the system where he docked the prison hawk, but without a direct link, it could take weeks to find the location. You should also know where, oh, where Eric docked. Sorry, guys. Okay. Oh, and that was supposed to be whatever. Da, da, da. Okay, you should also know where Eric docked. Okay, you should also know where Eric docked the Ocrus had something dangerous. He was using security robots to hold whatever it was off. Let's switch that to hold off whatever it was. Okay, that makes sense. Sam, okay, you know what? Watch this. Do I want to have that? Hold on, let me read this section before. Let's pretend that I didn't write what I just wrote. Actually see it. Sam, if you would transfer the information you were able to gain to my deck, I will make sure you're taken care of. Is there anything else you could think we could wait? Is there anything you think we can do to retrieve the location? I hate how I have that worded. You know what? I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna change the filling of this too a little bit. Akio's face stayed without any reaction. Sam, if you would transfer the information you were able to gain to my deck, I will make sure you're taken care of. Is there anything you think we can do to retrieve the location data? So we're rewriting that right now because that's horrible, right? Everybody agrees that's not the sentence we want there. Okay. Okay, this is how we're gonna do it. He's gonna bait him into it, right? Akio needed somebody anyway. Just so. Okay, Sam, I'd really like to hear if you have any thoughts on. Okay, Sam, comma, boom. Sam, I'd really like to hear if you have any thoughts on how we could retrieve the data. Uh, replied Akio. Ooh. Okay, I don't remember. I'm gonna just get rid of this I knew part because I don't feel we need it. Because we can just say that this part, where we can just state it because we're from his perspective. I had them right where I wanted. And- Okay, I had them right where I wanted. Okay, we're going to change this. I think that's the wrong gauge. Gauge like that. Yeah. Okay, I had them right where I wanted, but without any reaction on Akio's face to gauge. Gauge. I decided to. Okay, watch this. This is where you've got it now, you guys. Okay, I will make sure you were taken care of. And then that, I don't know why we have that right there. That was just a mistake. Boom. Oh, no, it wasn't. What am I thinking? That's not a mistake. That's a legitimate. This is what happens, guys. Sam, I would really like to hear if you have any thoughts on how we could retrieve the location data, replied Akio. Do I even need? Replied Akio. No, I don't. Switch this baby out. Akio's face stayed without any reaction. Mm, okay. I just tried multiple different forms of it. This is where I think we're best. Akio, Akio's face stayed without any reaction as he replied, Sam, if you would transfer the information you were able gain to my deck, I will make sure you are wait. You are taken care of. And I think then we don't need that then, because that's just too much Sam crap. I would really like to hear if you have any thoughts on how we could retrieve the location data. I had them right where I wanted, but without any reaction on Akio's face to gauge, I decided to pretend to be hesitant in my reply. Well, Akio, to be honest, that's where we got a comma. I think a different link, I think a direct link from it being, okay. I think a direct link from it being implanted. Okay. Some of the problem is that the data is just too much blah blah. Okay. Some of the problem is the amount of data is just too much for an indirect link. Okay, so I don't know if this is the strongest argument that he could have. It's probably not, but let's get through this because this isn't the revision where we're supposed to even be fighting with words like this. So that's next revision. Of course, we are knocking out some of our work, right? It's like a head time work type stuff. That's kind of good. I had them right where I wanted, but without any reaction on Akio's face to gauge, I decided to pretend to be hesitant in my reply. That's supposed to be, well, Akio. Well, Akio, to be honest, I think you are. You're gonna need, do we want your or you are? We'll leave it that way right now. Direct link from it being implanted. Some of the problem is the amount of data is just too much for an indirect link. I'd be willing to have it implanted, but with those kind of dangers attached, okay, I'd want to keep it. Okay, so here's the deal. The rest of this we were okay with originally. Akio looked concerned and sat there waiting what I said before saying, Sam, that AI is highly valuable. Is also let's put this. Okay, you know what? I'm okay with this. Sam, that information is highly valuable, but the information I want is more important to me. If I have a doctor set up for tomorrow, would you take the implant as part of your payment? Um, okay, so that's what we're gonna say. I transferred the information on the prison hulk to him, minus the location. Trag stood up, saying, Sam, you did well. Let me get you what you wanted. Trag transferred the credits to my account. And got more than I asked for in. Wait, I'm gonna. You know what? I really actually should rewrite this right here. I hate how it's worded, but it's just the wording. This is what happened. Um, but I'm gonna define it out better. I think later on. Okay. Don't worry. We'll go back to that. We're not reading this whole thing now. Let's get to chapter 5. Um, Actually, let's read the last chapter. I mean, the last paragraph, just so we know. It had been a long. Oh wait, it had been longer than I had expected before I arrived back at Zach and Sarah's. It was clear they were waiting for me to get back with some concern. I was able to take a portion of what I had earned to cover everything. Wait, so that's not even true at this point. We've already decided that that's not true. So what really happened is he didn't take a portion of what he earned. He just was able to get all of everything everybody wanted and some cash too, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. I hit some button there and we went on a wild ride. Yeah. So we have an untrue here. I'm gonna fix this crap right here. You guys feel me on that? I gotta adjust myself personally so I can be in the right position for doing this stuff. Okay. I arrived back. It had been longer than I expected before I arrived back at Zacaceres. That part we're good with, right? That sounds true as crap. It was clear they had been waiting for me to get back with some concern. That part is true. I was able to take a portion of what I earned and cover everything. That see, this part is a lie. Okay, so let's just correct the part that we know is not true, right? I'm trying to hook myself into the right thing right there. By the way, somebody gave me a suggestion on YouTube on a correction and edit that I've saw, but I didn't reply back to them yet. I'm actually likely to change the wording to what they said. So if that's you, your wording suggestion legitimate. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sometimes you guys will be looking over this stuff and you guys have brilliant like, hey, did you think of saying this instead? And I'm like, I didn't, but touche, my friend. Okay, sorry about that. Let's focus. I was able to take a portion. That's not true. So here's what left happened actually. Before I left, I was okay. This is what did happen, right? Before I left, I was hoping I would have enough credits to pay off my debt and out, but I have take out a front for most of what Zach and Sarah wanted. Plus, Okay, hold on. But I now had more than the amount of credits I had left with, and enough amper and bliss to. Okay, so let me figure out why that thing's doing weird crap where it doesn't want to stay where I want it. Okay, I had been longer than I expected before. It had been longer than I expected before I arrived back at Zach and Sarah's. It was clear they had been waiting for me to get back with some concern. Before I left, I was hoping I would have enough credits to pay off my debt and take out a front for most of what Zach and Sarah had wanted and get a little something for myself. I had returned back, but I now had more than the amount of credits I had left with, and enough amper and bliss to give Zach and Sarah twice what they had paid for and still have plenty for myself. That's what happened, correct? That's what we're keeping. After everything was broken up, I sat with Zach and Sarah, doing some bliss and making small talk before making up a reason to go home. Oh, I'm gonna leave that like that. That'll be improved in the next round, but that's just wording improvements, right, guys? So we're good with that. Let's get into this next chapter where we're actually in chapter 5. After tossing and turning through most of the night, I woke up early despite the copious amount of bliss I had consumed. I was bothered by the amount of time that went missing while I was in the AI system cyberspace. 6 hours was longer than it seemed. And on top of that, my recollection of many of the events within the AI systems was patchy at best. I had few details that I could recall, and I knew I had seen Amelia in the stasis chamber through the memories within the AI. And then, but I could recall nothing about her. See, none of that needs touched. Whoa, whoa, not none of it, not none of it. Hold on, guys. I keep on hitting something on my little thing, and it wants to switch over to that mode that's just like shh, shh. I linked into the cyber deck to see if any of the data would help me, wait, would help me recall more. But many of the files were missing from the event. None of this made sense. Wait, none of it made sense. One thing was for sure, though. I had already received multiple messages from Trag, and it looked like they were quickly able to find a doctor to do the AI implant. So I'm going to tell you, the way we had him drive over there or whatever, I don't like, so we'll fix that soon, so don't worry. I linked into the cyber deck to see if any data would help me recall more, but many of the files were missing from the event. Okay, no, we already read that. I apologized. I didn't even have a chance to get around or work further to make sense of the situation. Before I was messaged by the guest console, it was Trag and Salvador. I gave myself a check once over, before having them come up to my living quarters. Honestly, I could expand that out. What would we want to put in there? I have no idea, so let's leave it alone, right? And in all honesty, I might just combine this into one paragraph because this is them trying to get a hold of him, them getting a hold of him. So let's just do that right here. Boom, boom. That's reasonable. I was shocked Salvador had come to my quarters personally and knew something must be going on. Salvador and Trag wasted no time at all with pleasantries. Akio had arranged a doctor to do the implant, but he wanted me to accompany them. Wait. Oh, yeah, so that makes sense. But he wanted me to accompany them to retrieve Amelia from the prison hulk. You know what? We're gonna comma that, and we're gonna put the name in one more time, just because. I want people to know it, but not that badly. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's read that. I was shocked Salvador had come to my quarters personally and knew something must be going on. Salvador and Trag wasted no time at all with pleasantries. Accio had arranged a doctor to do the implant, but he wanted me to accompany them to retrieve Amelia from the prison hulk, Ocris, in case there was something, in case there were issues. Salvador said, are we quoting or is this Salvador said? There would be a large amount of credits. Yeah, this is all wording crap. Salvador said there would be a large amount of credits for us to split, but they had concerns. Both Salvador and Trag worried that they could possibly be double crossed in some way, and wanted to know if had any friends that might act as some muscle, um, just to discourage the idea of betrayal. So that's all true. As we traveled across town, this is what we're changing right here. This crap. So, um, this is how we're. And who was Salvador's thugs? Salvador and Bruno. Okay. I'm really trying to decide how I want to change this. I don't like the shuttle thing. As we traveled across town in Salvador's shuttle. Trying to remember the other guy's name, Frank. Oh, you know what? I'm not really sure I like that. Really mixed bag on that. I'm trying to get this thing to click onto it so I can see if I still have sound. If anybody wants to tell me if I still have sound, that'd be a good idea too. Let me check this. Yep, we have sound. Good. Okay. Let's figure out how to fix this. What am I actually trying to say here? Because I don't like the shuttle thing for some reason, and I don't know why. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. As we traveled across town in Salvador's shuttle, I thought about how badly. So we're gonna switch this. I actually think that as we traveled across, I'm really struggling here on something stupid and small. Let's just be honest, guys. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna drink a little bit more coffee. Let's hope that some kind of osmosis of knowledge hits me and okay, so here's what I want to have happen. Let's visualize it, right? We can do that and not go to sleep because we're not tired. We're just unable to think correctly. Okay, so visualizing it. Dude walks downstairs. Okay. As I walked out onto the busy street, Frank and Bruno were there to meet us. Standing next to, well, you know what? Obviously, it's to meet us, right? We don't need that. Okay, so that's what happens first. As I walked out onto the street, Frank and Bruno were there. Wait. Okay, sorry. We're there, standing next to Salvador's personal luxury shuttlecraft. I'm gonna honestly probably say that differently in the rewording part, but that's what happens. Okay, guys, I've got this almost. Okay, we should have an area. There it is. Okay. Obviously, we're going to be changing some stuff too. After boarding, we all sat quietly as we traveled past the various districts of Doria Space Station. Okay, let me think. We already know we're in his space station, Salvador's shuttle, so we don't have to actually have that. So let's get rid of that. Let me see. I think we might have this fixed, guys. Just for the record. Boom. Look at that. Okay. As I walked out onto the busy street, Frank and Bruno were there, standing next to Salvador's personal luxury shuttlecraft. After boarding, we all sat quietly as we traveled past the various districts of Doria Space Station. I thought about how badly I wanted to connect to all the information waiting within the AI. I knew a few friends that not only could use the credits, but I would be able to trust. I let Salvador and Trag know. Wait, I would be about to find a few people. Wait. Pretty sure that that's supposed to be able? I would be able to find a few people we could trust. That's good. See, we have that. Salvador let me know he would be able to gather some firepower and a few extra men, so we'd be armed just in case. But he was sure that if we had enough muscle, nothing would happen, and we could all be rich. Okay, the doctor's office was a fancy one. In the part of the station where you only, oh wait, the doctor's office was a fancy one. In the part of the station in a district of, watch this crap. This is how we fix the scrap. Okay, the doctor's office was a fancy one in the district of Dorias where you only find. Okay, the doctor's office was a fancy one in the district of Dorias where you would only find corporate connected citizens. He seemed pleasant, but worked actively to know as little as possible about what was going on. As we went into the room, I was helped onto the surgery table. The surgical supplies were laid out on a tray. Eric's AI, long with medical and oh wait, Eric's AI, along with medical and interface nanites. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I don't know why I was reading that. I'm going to word that better in the rewording section, just to be honest. I was glad to see the medical nanites, knowing I was about to be in a medical stasis pod recovering for the next few days. I hoped they would I hoped they would shorten the time. I wondered how long the interface nanites would take to make the hard connection between the AI and me. Then, as soon as the doctor injected me, I found myself drifting off um, into unconsciousness. I knew the connection was establishing. Okay, wait. I knew the connection was establishing. I found myself standing in a virtual landscape. I had been standing on the edge of a dock near a calm sea. As I slowly gained more consciousness, I realized I had been standing on the dock for a while. This was a virtual landscape through, though, wait, for, this was a virtual landscape, though. Okay, I think we do need a comma here, guys. This was a virtual landscape, though, and time moved differently in virtual constructs. I was not sure how long my mind had been there already, but it seemed like a good place, allowing me somewhere to gather my thoughts and gain consciousness slowly. I mean, gained. I gained consciousness slowly of my surroundings, both in the AI generated virtual world and in the stasis pod systems. I had established an interface with the stasis pod and had an awareness of everything it was monitoring. Inside the virtual world, I had just created a pleasant place for my mind and had the ability to control any aspect I wanted. So that I'm okay with, that all looks good. I mean, the wording can be improved and stuff like that. The virtual construct within the AI was fun, and I made changes and explored, creating within it for hours before I had gathered enough sense of myself to to explore further into it, into the AI myself. I mean, itself. Sorry, guys. As I explored through the immense data archives on the AI, I found numerous virtual constructs, some of them entire worlds Eric must have created. I found memory files of when Eric, who was a cybernetic scientist, joined Amelia's team. It was during the Zakarin outbreak. Amelia's research group had helped discover the origins of the virus and were working to develop a cure or method to stop its spread. The Zakarin's virus outbreak happened just before the Great War. Things were peaceful, but the Council of Elven Nations was concerned about the fast growing numbers of humans and our and our out of control and our out of control use of cybernetics and genetic manipulation. At the core, elves lived hundreds of years, only having a couple children, while humans were rapidly outbreeding them, along with many other species. Humans were not only fast growing in population, but because of our embrace of magic and psionics and cybernetics, wait, magic, psionics, cybernetics, and genetic manipulations, humans were living longer and becoming more and more powerful. With our embrace of genetic splicing, the new forms of human hybrids made it the fastest expanding species. The Council of Elves wanted a way to reduce the population of humans drastically, along with other species, without starting a war. A sample of the disease from an ancient outbreak was given to the Elven Dark Mages, which I probably should add them in as a group, but we'll do that later on in 3, to be warped into an even more powerful weapon. One the elves hoped could be blamed on the humans' use of genetic manipulation and what they considered misuse of technology and magic. The disease had originally been from an outbreak that made elves become violent, mindless creatures. The disease had claimed the lives of millions of elves, making it way making its way making its way onto multiple planets before being contained. The outbreak was long before the elves had made contact with any other species, so the elves were the only ones with records of the disease. The disease they managed to create by warping the disease with magic. Wait, the disease they managed to create was the Zachrins virus. Got it. At first, the Zachrins virus was contained to just a few planets, but it quickly grew out of control, devastating the population of most of the larger human worlds. The Zachrins virus would lay dormant in some people for months. Others would get sick and die within hours. Worse, if you got sick from the bite of an infected person, you would die within minutes. Anyone who passed from the Zachrins virus would join the mindless hordes trying to kill the remaining living. Within less than 10 years, the human population, along with the populations of many other alien races, were reduced. Amelia had created multiple strains of the virus, which all failed. Then she turned to finding ways to modify the disease, hoping to change it at its very core. Eric had worked with Amelia on every aspect of her project, slowly developing a relationship with her. As the virus continued to spread and take lives, Amelia started to work to change the virus into a weapon we could strike the elves back with. I could feel the medical stasis pod working to revive me, and I knew I would have more time to explore the memories of Eric. Wait, wait. I could feel the medical stasis pod working to revive me, and I knew I would have more time to explore the memories Eric had stored on the AI implant. See, that needs reworded. I worked disoriented, finding track. Wait, I woke disoriented, finding track asleep in a chair, waiting for me to wake up. I could feel the near field connection with the AI, but it was clear the nanites had not finished making um, the physical link yet between the AI and me. So this is all wording crap. Honestly, guys, I kind of want to add a little bit more into this, magic wise or AI wise. But obviously, we don't have the AI connected to him yet here. Then the ride home happens. I feel we're probably good here. I'm going to be honest, guys. We're going to start at number 6. That's where I'm going to start. Um, on Friday, we're on chapter 6 already. I'm honestly probably leaving chapter 6 as chapter 6. But at the exact same time, you guys, I'm going to tell you that we're gonna have the AI start connecting through here, and I'm honestly, Jesus, I feel it's crazy that we have him barely gaining access to the AI like a deep dive in 12. So this being all the way down here, the Sam's deep dive into the AI part, it's bugging me. and I don't know why it's bugging me so much. It's too far down, you guys. If you guys want to leave me your opinion on that part, you're welcome to. I do feel if we get an opportunity to where it seems like there's a clear area, we're going to be back with chapter 6. What we're going to do in chapter 6 is start laying the groundwork for the AI connection to start the interface. And let's just be honest, by chapter 8 or 7, the goal would be that we actually explore the interface, okay? I'm going to leave us here today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find our people we raid over to, because I like to make sure we raid somebody when we raid. You know, if we're going to end our stream, I'd rather like go in here and I'm waiting for this thing to pop up its thingy that lets me. Where are my little options for stuff, guys? Where's frickin' raid? Where's my stuff? Guys, they've changed my layout and I'm kind of pissed off about this. I'm not seeing my stuff. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to what the heck happened to my raid ability. Where are my raid quick actions? Did they frickin' edit this crap again? You guys, are you serious? I don't even know what the heck. Okay, here's the deal, guys. They've changed something. And I don't know what they changed, but it's literally pissing me off a little bit. I just want them to get this thing out of my way. Oh, here. I had to frickin' click a button to get that out of my way. I apologize, you guys. Okay. You know, why would they do that? By the way, I do really appreciate you guys. You guys are all freaking amazing, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Um, Overall, keep kicking butt. I will see you, of course, tomorrow playing in Trophy Universe, and then on Friday again writing. You guys stay epic. Peace and very best wishes.